afternoon long, just waiting for this night. Many people, when you stop them in the corridors and the outside gym, you say, what do you want to see? I want to see MVP.
It's almost universal. There are fights that just magnetize everyone. This is one of them.
Ready to make his way to the cage, Evangelista Cyborg Santos.
About 25 miles from here, about 25 years ago, an iconic pro wrestling tag team called the Road Warriors made a memorable entrance for their Wembley Stadium match. Cyborg Santos could be an honorary member. 3 fights in Bellator against Brennan Ward at home in Connecticut, Sayana Wan at home in California, and tonight a true road game against MVP in London. If it's been any time with him, you know you're dealing with a student of the game, a student of philosophy, a student of life. Ask him about MVP, he'll give you Sun Tzu. Know yourself and your opponent, you have a 50% chance to win. Know them both, you win every time. No one has come close, Jimmy, to solving the MVP puzzle. Cyborg Santos talks like a man that's already read the last page of the book.
And it's very interesting. He says, yes, I've never seen an opponent quite like MVP. We tried to compare him to someone I fought before. He couldn't really think of anybody, but he's never been through what I've been through. He hasn't had the adversity I have had to face. He hasn't had the moments of self-doubt and questioning that I've had in the cage. I'm going to make him feel that tonight. That's what he said about this fight. And, you know, mentally, not many people on MVP's level. Cyborg is for sure.
Who could have imagined when we saw Cyborg walk into the Bellator cage 3 months ago in Mohegan Sun, and this is the ride he would be on, but now faces the ultimate road test.
Now set to make his way to the cage, MVP Michael Page.
A moment he has been counting down to for years. There are no shortage of conversations going on in the MMA world right now about Michael Page, and no shortage of directions they travel. The YouTube knockouts, the fingerprint, the unique fingerprint of an offensive and defensive style that no one has ever seen. But more and more, it's become about his opponents, who they should be, when, and why. But MVP has found a way around that. 10 fights, 10 wins, undefeated, unchallenged. He says now the only fighter he's trying to outperform isn't even the world champion, Andrei Koreshkov. It's not even his opponent tonight. He says the only fighter he's trying to outperform now is himself.
That's that philosophical side of his style. He says, I want to be creative, I want to do something no one has ever seen before. And the thing is, when you fight like him, you have to do it every time you step in the cage. People expect something new, people expect something different. He doesn't see that as pressure, he sees that as an opportunity. He's supposed to fight Fernando Gonzalez. Fernando Gonzalez could not get a visa into the UK, but he was ready for that Mexicana-style take 3 to give 1. Cyborg Santos, a similar kind of fighter, so much of that training has to be useful tonight.
What we don't know yet about Michael Page is how he responds to fighting at home. Some fighters thrive on it, some fighters have difficulty dealing with all the distractions that come with it.
And for a guy 10 fights in, a lot of them in Bellator, we have questions about his performance at the high level in terms of how does he handle a late fight, how does he handle being behind, how does he handle frustration, how does he handle injury. We haven't seen anything like that. We haven't seen his mettle really tested in the Bellator cage. Not yet. Nashan Burrell, his only decision, but comfortably ahead, I thought, throughout that fight.
The other 9 wins, all decided very early in round number 1. the States didn't know how to react and respond to him when they first saw him. They know now he is a rock star. Let's check out the tail of the tape.
Look at the physical advantage of Michael Venom Page, 6'3", to Cyborg Santos is 5'10", but only a 3-inch reach advantage.
The O2 Arena is coming unglued for Michael Venom Page as we go to Michael C. Williams.
From the O2 Arena here in London, Bellator MMA presented by Miller Lite now features welterweight set for 3 5-minute rounds brought to you by Gold Bond Powder Spray. And now, first introducing the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in 170 pounds even. His professional record stands at 21-17 with 12 victories by knockout, 6 by way of submission. From Florianópolis, Mato Grosso, Brazil, he fights out of Houston, Texas, USA. Introducing Evangelista Cyborg dos Santos. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner at 6'3", weighing in 169.8 pounds. Impressive in the Bellator cage, the undefeated professional enters with 10 victories, 6 by knockout, 3 by submission, hailing from and fighting out of London, England, introducing MVP Michael Venom Page. In charge of the action, your referee, Big John McCarthy.
Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight hard and fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck to both of you.
For those of you unfamiliar with the unified rules, 3 5-minute rounds in MMA, unless it's a championship fight. 10-point must system, probably more liberal with 10-8 rounds in MMA than you're going to see in boxing. And effective striking, effective grappling, cage control, innocuous terms everybody's learning more about. What would happen, everyone wanted to know, when Michael Venom Page got in there with a true veteran? We're about to find out.
My question initially is, how does Santos handle the speed of MVP?
Not well at the start.
Santos not a fast guy at middleweight. Always kind of a plodding guy. Very traditional Thai style. How does he handle the speed?
And the range, right there. You saw that kick not even come close, because MVP can start his offense from so far away. The speed you need to catch him is unfathomable.
Now, he talked about counter-punching. Problem is, you have to be able to read your opponent's offense somewhat to counter-punch. MVP generally so accurate. By the time guys figure him out, it's too late. Good right hand!
MVP game plan that. He didn't want any piece of Cyborg on the ground.
No.
The style is unorthodox, but it's not as much dancing and clowning right now, because I think he knows Cyborg isn't going to be affected by that.
No, he won't. It won't mentally get him out of the fight.
Big jump knee.
Problem is, I brought him into grappling range. That's not where he wants to be against Cyborg. Real submission skills. Saw that against Brennan Ward, has him down. Here's where that build works against him. Long and tall, but Cyborg all over him with the pressure right now. Good job by MVP getting back to his feet. He's not out of the woods yet. Nice. Took him down away from the fence. Good tactical choice.
This is what so many people wanted to see. MVP out of the defensive position.
Looks like in a leg lock position of his own. Is he going to go for it? He is. What would it mean if he submitted Cyborg Santos, BJJ black belt, not engaging his hips enough? See that arm in the way, in between his legs. That could be saving him right now. Surprised he went for that. This is exactly where Cyborg wanted to be early in this fight, 2 minutes left.
That's why this matchup was so unusual and so different from what we've seen before. The experience on the ground. MVP has told us over and over again, he wants to show his jiu-jitsu, he wants to show the other parts of his game, but this may not be the night, this may not be the time, this may not be the place, and this may definitely not be the opponent.
Yeah, look, relentless pressure on the ground. Not giving him any space at all. Trying to move up, maybe crucifix, trying to pass that half guard. Got his leg through. Got his side control. And trapping the arm.
First time we've seen MVP in this position. Did he do enough early in the round to build up a lead? This is going to make it, and those of you watching MMA for the first time, that's why these rounds are so difficult. 5 minutes is such a long time. You can have two very different fights take place within those 5 minutes.
Sometimes you have 3 or 4. At the beginning, MVP landing some good strikes, but Cyborg getting the takedown. So far, advancing position on the ground, but not much ground and pound, no submission attempts.
Cyborg said Michael Venom Page is not a real fighter yet, no matter how many fights he has won, because none of his wins have been come from behind. Everyone wanted to see MVP get a test. He's got one.
Watch your fingers. Continue to work.
Remember what happened to Cyborg Santos the last time against Syed Awad? He got so committed to trying to finish on the ground. He took so many shots. He's done a much better job protecting himself here. A strong, quick start from MVP, but a better finish for Cyborg Santos. Here's the quick start.
Yeah, beautiful right hand. That sent Santos to the ground, but back up and still composed. And look at this takedown. That was the beginning of, really, Santos's round. Side control, holding it well, a little bit of ground and pound, always advancing position. And here's the attempted leg lock by Page. And that's the reason I'm gonna go. And I think a 10-10 round, this was the key to me, that they were on the ground, but Page had his moment. Went for the knee bar on the ground. I'm gonna go 10-9 Page. Remember, we're in Page's backyard. I think this is how the judge is gonna see it. 10-9 Page, but really a 10-10 round to me.
Sophie, good to see you. Cyborg Santos was very much aware of not having this fight go the distance. He was concerned about decisions. A lot of Michael Bisping references over the last couple of the weeks leading into this fight. Doesn't feel like he'll get a decision here. At a close round, he feels will go against him, and that first round, if nothing else, was very close.
Right, and that's why I went 10-9 Page. And also remember, effective striking, I believe that belongs to Page. Effective grappling belonged to Santos, but Page did go for that knee bar. Santos landed virtually nothing on the feet. So I'm going 10-9 Page, but it's a close first round.
MVP back in his comfort zone now. Just like round one, the unusual movement is there, but the clowning is not.
And also that traditional tie guard, hands up, very, very high, elbows down. You're not gonna feint Santos out of that guard easily. Gotta land something to make you move. Clowning's not gonna do it.
Saying those shooter box guys don't go for that kind of.
They certainly do not.
A little discipline there.
Oh, unbelievably disciplined. Thin line between sparring and war in that academy.
Every day, day after day after day after week after month after year.
Speed in that lead hand, phenomenal.
You don't see it till it's coming back. Cyborg will not take the bait. MVP's getting closer and closer, leaning in.
Now what he will do is try and capitalize with his grappling on opportunities like that. You see, when he had him open, he went for the lunge takedown, not a strike.
Wasn't much. The presence of mind to throw just that little back fist just to keep Cyborg away so he could recreate the distance after taking that chance.
I'm surprised Cyborg doesn't try a little bit more of that. We saw in the opening round, the back fist, not even to land, just to get close to MVP.
Talk about the tortoise in the hair.
No comparison in speed. But on the ground, no comparison in pressure, and that's where Santos wants to be.
Because MVP wants to take those big chances, score that spectacular knockout, but he can put himself in a position to end up back on the ground.
He's got to be careful of those back kicks. Not even close.
And Santos is giving up the strike halfway through because he knows he's not in the ballpark.
One thing MVP's really yet to do is open up with combinations. I mean, a lot of single strikes, a lot of setups. Hasn't really thrown more than one at a time. Maybe two, but not that 3-4 punch combination.
That's some, but not enough. By the time you lunge forward, you've already taken yourself out of a power punching position.
It's closing so much distance in one shot. It's very hard with Santos' build to have that lunging shot and keep your hips and legs underneath you. MVP is so long, he can do that. Look at that, straight right hand.
Legitimate 5-6 miss, and that's a mile in this situation.
5 seconds doesn't sound like a long time. In a 100-yard dash, it's forever. Beautiful liver shot, that hurt him. Santos is hurt. He is really hurt. He's taking his time to recover.
MVP doesn't buy it.
And he respects the power of Santos. You talk about the bravado, you talk about the confidence. He's also a smart guy. He knows he's in there with a guy that can hurt him. A wounded animal is dangerous. Doesn't want to go there for the finish and give him that counter-punching opportunity.
What do you lose out of the playbook after taking a big liver shot like that? If you can even stay in the fight.
I mean, A, it's hard to keep your right hand up. B, it's very hard to move. C, it's hard to breathe. So just about everything you need in a fight, you lose off the liver shot. It can come back.
Cyborg runs into the jump knee, and it's over.
Did the hype train just pick up speed? Because it didn't derail. Wow!
Another strike thrown by Michael Venom Page. From the moment the liver shot landed, the clock was ticking on Cyborg Santos. He took a chance and paid the big price.
And the way it happened, only MVP. Look at the liver shot that hurt him. Right here, look at this. Is slow motion, folks. Slow motion, and that's fast. Then here, look at this lunging shot. Could not have timed it any better. Off the right hand lead by Cyborg Santos. Bang! Beautiful shot.
Another unforgettable finish.
Some of the kids have to tell me what that is. No idea.
Cyborg basically was in a 7-10 split after taking the liver shot. It was just a matter of time before MVP scored his 11th win without a defeat. And we will hear from Michael Venom Page with Jimmy Smith. hardest thing, Jimmy, to do is to live up to expectations. The pressure he was under to perform spectacularly in this building on this night, and he lived up to it again.
Big John McCarthy just walked up to me and said, that is the hardest knee I have ever seen. Big John McCarthy just said that, and he did it catching a guy coming in.
It was set up with a liver shot, and this was a devastating one. Cyborg Santos, for him to show weakness, to show pain, you can't even imagine how much that shot landed. He went for broke because time was running out on him once he took that liver shot. And he couldn't get inside the entire fight, decided to take the chance, and this is what happened. Oh.
Beautiful jump knee. That's incredible. Incredible finish by MVP.
That bandwagon is getting awfully full to Michael C. Williams to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, a flying jump knee ends it suddenly. 4 minutes, 31 seconds into round number 2. The winner by knockout, still undefeated MVP, Michael Venom Page.
7 fights in Bellator, 7 wins, and another spectacular highlight reel finish, and yet another conversation with Jimmy Smith.
I'm here with a very excited Michael Venom Page. Expectations were high coming into this fight, and you once again exceeded them. How does it feel here in the O2 Arena? London! The one and only MVP is back! This fight against a veteran who had fought everyone was supposed to silence the critics, to show you as a contender. To the critics that are still out there, what do you say to them?
Firstly, much respect to Cyborg. He is an absolute champ. He took me to where I haven't been so far. He pushed me. Much respect to Cyborg. Much respect. He's a tough man. Tough, tough man. But for the Pokemon Go lovers, I think I just caught me a Cyborg.
You heard it, MVP. Just called him a cyborg. Can't wait to see him again. Give it up for him.
People running around London today trying to catch Pokemon all gave up that chase to be here tonight to watch this man record yet another spectacular win and light this building on